The internet plays an increasingly crucial role in our lives, which is why a new broadband network is being rolled out across Australia. It's called the National Broadband Network, and it has the potential to transform how we learn, have fun, work, and how we stay in touch with those we love, even how we visit the doctor. It's about striving to change how some Australian companies do business with the world. In the past 10 years, the amount Australians download from the internet has exploded, up 19,000%, and it'll continue to grow. By 2015, the average internet-connected household is expected to generate almost 6 times the traffic they did in 2010. Our existing infrastructure is getting on, so NBN Co will roll out newer, faster fibre optic cable. Over the next 10 years, we'll be deploying over 200,000 kilometres of the stuff. And at peak rollout, we plan to be hooking up 6,000 homes a day. But it's not just about fast internet. It's about giving 100% of Australian premises access to broadband. 93% of premises will connect to the network through fibre, while smaller communities and hard-to-reach locations will receive satellite or fixed wireless technologies. We're working with Telstra to access their existing ducts, which means less digging for us. However, if it is necessary to dig up the verge in front of your house, we'll put it right. We'll even take a photo to ensure we get it right. The National Broadband Network is wholesale only. This means you'll still buy your telephone and internet services from the same providers you know, giving many Australians new options, and your service provider will organise getting your house connected to the NBN. NBN Co is investing in the future of Australia, creating an asset that we expect will pay its way, deliver a return for taxpayers, and build a network that our kids and grandkids can benefit from. This is a nation-building project, and it's already begun. It's not just a whole lot of fibre. It's about creating new opportunities for every Australian. The National Broadband Network, bringing broadband to life.
So you've heard the term NBN, and you know you need internet, but you're not quite sure what it actually all means? Australians are using the internet more than ever. From streaming your favourite shows, music on demand, gaming at any hour, video calls with friends and family, not to mention watching hilarious cat videos.
Meow.
The NBN is Australia's national broadband network, and it's specifically designed to transfer the large amounts of data needed for all this entertainment. It does this over fibre optic cables. NBN Co is the company behind this. They're driving the NBN rollout across Australia. When you'll be on the NBN depends on where you live. If NBN Co have completed the rollout in your area, you'll be asked to switch to NBN. Where they haven't, different broadband options are available to you. So, what are you eligible for? The good news is, we know. Head to our broadband plans page, enter your address, and we'll tell you what's available and recommend the best plan for you. So you can have more cat videos coming your way in no time.
Meow.
What is NBN? NBN stands for National Broadband Network. It is a telecommunications network being rolled out by the Australian Government to replace our decaying phone line and internet services. NBN aims to provide all homes and businesses with faster and more reliable internet. It uses a mixture of new fibre-based technologies that will vary depending on where you live. Everyone has to switch to NBN by the end of 2020, as your existing home phone and internet services will be cut off.
It's April 2009 and the Australian Government establishes NBN, a wholly owned government business enterprise. tasked with overhauling the telecommunications system across our vast continent with the aim to provide all Australians access to fast broadband as soon as possible at affordable prices and at least cost. By mid-year, the network will be halfway complete, getting us closer to connecting the whole country. To appreciate the sheer scale of this achievement, it's worth taking a look at this incredible journey. It was 2010 when the design and construction of the NBN network began. Designed to reach every Aussie home and business, it's the largest and most complex infrastructure project in Australia's history. In 2013, the NBN network moved to a multi-technology mix to take full advantage of existing infrastructure and allow for a bright future of upgrade paths over time. 2015 was a huge year as we launched our fibre to the basement, fibre to the node service, and the first Sky Muster satellite blasts off. The Sky Muster satellite service is born, and our second satellite joins the first. The HFC service is launched. Fibre to the curb is added to our technology mix, and 1 million fibre to the node premises are ready for service. What began as an ambitious goal only a few years ago now sees our growing team of NBN people and partners having built an incredible number of premises for service and work with retail service providers to connect homes and businesses. This year, we gear up to deliver one of our biggest years yet, facing every terrain, from the sparsest to the most densely populated locations with their intricate existing infrastructure. What we've achieved so far is amazing, but we've still got a big job ahead to connect our nation to fast broadband. There will be challenges, and we will continue to face problems we need to solve. Yet we are all proudly here to help bridge the divide between city and country, Australia and the world. In our not too distant future, NBN will underpin opportunities for every Australian to take full advantage of the benefits from exponential digital advances in education, health, commerce, entertainment and community services. The journey's not over yet, but for many Australians, their digital adventure has now well and truly begun.
With the NBN now in most Aussie households, there's a really good chance you're probably getting letters like me from internet providers encouraging you to make the switch. And you should, since most of the old landline and cable networks will be shut down 18 months after the NBN is available in your area. But finding the right NBN plan isn't easy. With more than 60 internet providers and hundreds of plans on the market, there's a lot to consider. So in this video, I'm going to cut through the jargon and help you find the right NBN plan to suit you. What are NBN access technologies and do they matter? If you've started shopping for an NBN plan already, you may have seen terms like FTTN or fixed wireless crop up here and there. These terms refer to the physical technology that's used to connect you to the NBN. You don't get to choose which technology you get, as it's all based on where you live and can only be changed by paying for a custom installation, which is something that could cost thousands of dollars. The main difference between NBN technologies is speed. Fixed wireless connections, for instance, can't support the highest tier of NBN speeds. But an internet provider will test your connection before you sign up to see which speed tiers you are eligible for. So what speed do I need? Speaking of speed, the NBN has 4 main tiers to choose from. Basic, which is also referred to as NBN 12, is the lowest tier. So if you have a small household and only use the internet for a little bit of light web browsing and checking email, like my retired dad, this is probably all you're going to need. Standard, aka NBN 25, is the entry point for homes that want to stream video from services like Netflix. You'll be limited to streaming at HD video quality, however, and your connection will struggle with streaming video to more than one device at a time. Standard Plus, also known as NBN 50, is quickly becoming the most popular NBN speed tier. It's fast enough to handle multiple people downloading, streaming, and surfing the web all at the same time. Premium, also known as NBN 100, is the top tier of the NBN speed. If you want your family to be able to stream 4K video, download large games, and Skype with friends all at once, this is the tier to go for. The thing is, NBN speed tiers don't tell the whole story. They represent the maximum speeds you could theoretically receive, but they don't take into account the congestion created as more people connect to an internet provider's service. This is why most internet providers now display typical evening speeds alongside their plans. These reflect the speeds you're realistically going to get during the busy evening hours of, say, 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. Typical evening speeds can differ significantly from provider to provider, so to be sure to take them into account when you're comparing plans on your chosen NBN speed tier. How much data do I need? Choosing the right data cap for your NBN service has gotten a lot easier, as most internet providers now include unlimited data with their NBN plans. This saves you the hassle of rationing your data or dealing with excess charges on your monthly bill. However, if unlimited data is overkill for your family and you know you're not going to use it, you can still find a few providers offering cheap capped plans. If you're not sure how much data you need, check your recent internet bills to see how much you typically use each month. You can also use a tool like our data usage calculator to determine a suitable data budget. You'll find a link to the tool in the description of the video. So what contract should I choose? Ideally, you want to sign up with an NBN plan on a no lock-in contract, as this gives you the freedom to cancel at any time without paying any exit fees. These fees can be hundreds of dollars or more, so not having to deal with them is a big plus. Of course, things aren't always that simple. Some internet providers charge higher monthly rates and steeper setup fees if you want a no lock-in contract. Commit to a 12-month or even a 24-month contract, on the other hand, and you'll often benefit from lower upfront costs and other goodies like a free NBN compatible modem. Our advice: if you don't see your internet needs changing in the near future and you're not planning on moving house anytime soon, committing to a fixed-term contract can save you quite a bit of money. Now, you should feel a bit more prepared to choose the right NBN plan for you and your family. The easiest way to do this is to use our NBN Plan Finder, where you can compare hundreds of plans from across the market in one convenient place.
Finder.com.au.
Internet speed is measured using a bunch of bits known as Mbps, megabits per second. A bit is a tiny piece of data, which is how things like text messages, emails and pictures get sent from the internet to your device. The bigger these files are, the more bits of data. We measure data transferring in megabits to tell how fast the tiny bits of data are delivered. So how does internet speed work? Your internet plan is allocated an amount of megabits per second, which is the total volume of data that can be sent to you. This is also known as your bandwidth. Say your bandwidth is 1 megabit per second. This means that you can receive up to 1 megabit of data per second. So if you want to download a 5 megabit image with this bandwidth, it will take roughly 5 seconds. The bandwidth is like a freeway. The more bandwidth you have, the more lanes on your freeway. This means more cars can travel side by side. So if instead of 1 megabit per second, your internet plan has 5 megabits per second bandwidth connection, the data would get to you in 1 second, 5 times faster. Having more bandwidth means data gets to you faster because it's spread out across more lanes. But just like a freeway, with bandwidth, you have peak hour traffic to consider. Internet plans talk about typical evening speeds between 7 p.m. and 11 p.m. because this is usually when most people are using their home internet. Your bandwidth can get congested during these times, just like when everyone is driving home during peak hour and the speed slows down. Another thing that can affect your speed is how you connect to your modem. If you're using Wi-Fi, obstacles like brick walls can cause signal blockages between your modem and your device. In this case, using a wired Ethernet connection will help. At Origin, we have a range of plans with different internet speeds on offer. The Experience NBN 50 typical evening speed is 40 megabits per second. This is a great option for families and households with everyone streaming movies, music, video, gaming and heavy downloads at the same time. See our website for advice and compare NBN plans to get the best value broadband plan for your home.